Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Mark Fuller. This is TeamAlliance. Today is June 14th. Time right now is 9:52 a.m. I'm logged into my NADEX account. You guys know that I've been doing the one-a-day challenge in this account, and I've actually worked my way up halfway through the spreadsheet, and I'm going to endeavor on something new. What I just did, I actually just withdrew all of the money out of this account, and I'm actually going to deposit $100 back into this account. You can see the available balance now is zero. See that? I'm going to put $100 in here. Let me pause this. I don't want to show my information on here. Hold on a second. Okay, so there it is. I'm depositing. Well, I just deposited $100. You see now the available balance is $100. All right. So I'm putting the one-a-day challenge on pause for the time being. And what I'm doing, my goal is to actually begin studying the market more and showing you through trades that I get into what's going on in my brain. I think that it's important as we move forward. You guys, by now, you've already seen the ability that I have as far as skill level. You've seen, the fact that I can win trades consistently. The skill that you see me demonstrate every day is the same exact skill that we're teaching our students in live training. It's the same skill that you will learn in the training videos. I reiterate and I constantly talk about how the market is dynamic. It is something that is always changing. It's always evolving. Always. And you literally, and this is the main reason why I'm actually doing this. You literally have to study the market's behavior in order to consistently be profitable over the long term. So anyway, what I'm going to just begin doing, starting with this video today, and like I said, I'm not stopping the one-a-day challenge. I'm just pausing it for the time being. I will get back to the one-a-day challenge. 152 days, 152 winning trades, 0 losses. That's what I was able to accomplish thus far with the one-a-day challenge. My balance, I think, was about $3,300. Hold on a second. Let me see something. See what my balance was before. It was 33 something, 3381, I believe it was. Where's my thumbnail? Where is it? Right there. Yeah, 3381. All documented. Let me get this out the way. You guys see the videos. There's a playlist for it on YouTube, and that's what I've been able to accomplish thus far. 152 days, 3381, starting with $100. Now, what I'm doing in this account now, for the time being, I want to study behavior. In order to study behavior, you have to take trades. You have to take trades based on the way that the market is revealing itself to you at the time. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to constantly study market behavior, period. My students already understand this. This is all we teach, is understanding market behavior. We have a framework. We have rules and parameters that we follow that we all stick to. And those rules were created through my study of market behavior. That's how the rules came about in the first place. understand that the market changes. Okay, it changes, it switches up. When it does, if you're not looking at the specific behavior of the market at the time, if you are using a certain way of trading, that way of trading will either produce fewer or more results for you based on the market condition at the time. Okay, and this is more so for my students to understand why there are fewer trades right now based on the framework that we use. There are fewer trades because the market has switched behavior. When it does, remember that our main goal is to always avoid losing trades. We always want to put the probability of winning so high that we end up winning our trades, period. Okay? And I'm just pulling up ticket real quick. I want to see what this is going to look like. See, I'm right now, this is what I do. This is my process. What you see me doing right now, this is my process. This is how I actually filter through the noise that the market is giving off. And I'm studying right now. So what I'm going to do in these videos that are coming out, the videos that you guys will see me put out, starting with $100 now, kind of just, resetting things. And I'm going to just on a daily basis, we're going to see what $100, we're going to see what we can do with $100 based on the market behavior. There may be days where I may not take a trade at all. There may be days where I take multiple trades. It's not going to be limited to one trade a day. And it's not necessarily going to be limited to the framework that we normally are using in our training. Okay. This is specifically intended to help us understand how to interpret market behavior. That's what this is. It's like an exercise. Okay, because people don't realize that when we talk about skill and when we talk about market behavior, that's real. They don't understand that that's really what it is that we're doing. That's really what it is that you have to do. If you really want to be successful in trading long term, you got to understand the market. It has nothing to do with the strategy that you're using. Nothing. Your strategy ain't gonna work when the market switch up. And when the market switch up, if you don't know what to do, you are going to lose first. That's the first thing that's going to happen. You're going to start losing. And on TeamAlliance, we don't lose when we trade according to our parameters. When we follow all of our parameters to the T, we're not going to lose. We're going to avoid losing. That may mean we don't trade. Okay? Understand. Avoiding losses is the segue into winning. We already know how to win. It's more so about us avoiding a losing trade. That's the key for us. And that's why when you train with us, you actually learn that. It's not about, oh, well, Mark, the parameters were met on that trade and, I didn't win the trade. If you didn't win the trade, I guarantee you that you're not fully recognizing the behavior of the market at the time. I guarantee you that. So that's what we need to get more into. And that's what I'm going to be doing in these videos. I'm just going to cut the camera on and trade. I'm just going to do what I normally do, what I normally would do. Watch, observe, study the behavior. So when I get into these trades, you guys will get a glimpse into what it is that I actually do as far as the way that I'm seeing the market. And I know that that will help you and it will be valuable for all of you, not just my students, but just people out there that are watching these videos and following me. Just getting to understand behavior, starting off small. We always want to take a small amount of money and use our skill to build it up. We want to take a small amount of money and learn how to be consistent in the market. So that's why I just did what I did. I withdrew my 1-a-day money, threw $100 back in here, and we're going to start from there. All right, so we're 10 minutes already into this video. I'm probably going to have to add this to some more video. However it comes through, I'll patch it all together. And when I actually get into some trades, I'll record the trades and then we'll take it from there. All right. So Like I said, 1 a day challenge is on pause. We actually going to get into studying market behavior. That's what this is going to be. What $100 can do when we study market behavior. All right? Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. You guys stay tuned. All right? Keep my eye on this right quick. Keep my eye on this real quick. And again, see, I'm just pulling up the ticket and observing. I'm seeing a lot of inconsistency in the market right now. And inconsistency is not something that you want to be involved with. You don't want to trade at all when there's inconsistency in the market and instability. You don't want to participate and engage the market when it is in that type of behavior. So we're going to study. You got to study if you want to win. If you really want to win, you're going to have to train. This is training. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm training. The market is training me. The market is training me. See, and I'm just observing. I'm paying attention to the behavior. All right. So like I said, I'll be back. I'm already 12 minutes into this video. Hopefully when I come back on, I'll actually be in a trade, and I'll just keep this, up and ready to record throughout the day as I'm going on about my business. So hopefully we'll actually be able to get into a trade. But understand that even if I don't take trades, it's important to note that. Well, Mark didn't even take a trade today, man. If you don't see me taking a trade, there's a reason why. Remember, we always avoid losing first. It's not about just trading willy-nilly, taking trades, jumping into the market, trying to make no. No, this is long term. We want to be able to win consistently. We want to be able to position ourselves to win. Period. Period. All right, I'll be back. Y'all sit tight. I'll be back. All right, first trade. I'm in this short. We got another 30 seconds. Right here, I'm short at the 33.13 strike. Price is all the way down here. Again, understanding market behavior, studying market behavior. That's what it is that I'm very good at. That is what we teach our students. And this is how I trade. Like I said in this video series, and that's what I got an entry of 26. So that's about, see what my profit. So that's $24 profit right there. Okay. You got to study market behavior. That's how you win consistently. So I'm gonna keep my eye on things. This looks like it's gonna run out. This is already almost 15 minutes in. So I'll just start over another video and I'll combine them. So this might be a long video. And I'm just gonna keep it kind of running. Like right now the time is 10:15 in the morning. I might come back on a little later in the afternoon or something like that and just see what things look like. Or I mean I got my latte now, so ain't no telling what I'm about to do. I know I'm about to shake this up. I know that much. But anyway, this is about to run out, so I'll be back momentarily. Let me go ahead and just pause this. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, first trade, profitable. Peace. All right. Going on 12 o'clock. It's 11:52 a.m. I'm back at it. Back at it. So I'm just here on the charts, just watching. Again, these videos that I'm going to be doing, and this video, this is the first one. This is part of the first part. I'm just gonna combine all of the content so that it'll be one video, one long video. Again, just to study market behavior and for you guys to understand. Is my microphone working? Yeah, it should be working. All right. For you guys to really understand and kind of get into my thought process a little bit. You learn primarily from the market by observing. You got to watch. Like there's no other way to deal with the market aside from actually just looking, watching the way that it moves, watching the behavior, watching what it is doing at the time. These are 5-minute binary options that we're using as the instrument to trade with, and the binaries, and I'm just looking at something. The binaries are a tool, but the way that you win with the binaries is by having precision with your timing. That's how you win your trades. That's how you win your trades. If your precision is off, you're going to lose trades because the behavior of the market can do something that goes against the direction of the trade that you're in while you're in the trade. And this is why you have to be precise with timing. And the only way to get precision with your timing is to really understand what the behavior of the market is at the time. Then you can base your actual decision making off of the market instead of off of what your actual framework is, so to speak. Because the framework that you create is very powerful. And I'm speaking in third party. I'm aware that I created the framework that we use on TeamAlliance. I'm trying to break it down a little bit from the perspective of if it were you as you as the person that's actually watching and listening to me. If you're watching and studying the market, as you watch and study the behavior of the market, you're actually going to create little pieces that you're going to stick to in order to frame a profitable situation that you get into or that you would like to be into, right? In order to do that, it takes a lot of time at the charts. Like you got to watch price behavior. That's the only, I can't keep, like I can't stress that enough. You have to observe the market in order to be successful trading the market. There's no alternative to it. So I'll tell you now, off the bat, if watching the market is not something that you feel you want to do or that you have time to do or whatever the case may be, then learning the skill is not something that you really are going to be in position to commit to. And you should look elsewhere to do something different because you need time. It takes time. It takes time and exposure to the market to really learn. Like there's no other alternative to that. Time and experience. That's how I learned. Like how do you think I know the things that I do? How do you think I know how to avoid getting into the market when the market can do something to create a losing situation for a trade that I'm taking? Time and experience. So there's no magic to it. There's no shortcuts. There's really nothing that you can do to avoid actually studying market behavior, period. You're gonna have to study. It is what it is. So as you study, you learn. As you learn, you build the framework around criteria and kind of rules that you set for yourself to follow. And as you build those rules will allow you to keep yourself within a certain type of market behavior that you know produces profits. You see, that's what it is that I do well. That's what I'm very good at. And that's what it is that I teach. So when I'm teaching, I try my best to remove all of the fluff associated with information so that the only information that you're getting is raw and uncut. It's like direct information that you can actually apply right now. So that's what I try my best to do. All right, I'm just observing this right here. You'll see me pause and go in and out as I'm trying to see if opportunities are presented. Pull up this ticket. Let's look at the price here. Let's watch this behavior real quick. All right, try to get in that one, did not get filled. Gonna delete that. All right. And we know when we don't get actually filled into a trade, we delete the order immediately. And this is exactly why. You see our price bounced around and look at that. It's pushing up right at the end. So if I was in that trade, that would have been a losing trade. Yeah, see, takes a lot of study of market behavior. So there's what's happening right now at this current time in the market is at the end of binaries, at the end of these 5-minute binaries, the market is moving around erratically. Okay, it's not necessarily moving fast. It's moving with no direction. Anytime there's movement and there's no definitive direction that the market is in, it spells danger for anyone who's in the market at the time. So somebody going to win, somebody going to lose, of course, but avoiding that type of behavior is how you remain profitable. That's how we remain profitable. We actually avoid the market when it is displaying that type of behavior. Period. We want to be able to take our trades with confidence. All right, let me pause this. I'll be back. All right, so I'm done pretty much for today. We'll pick this up again tomorrow. I just withdrew the whole 124 that I had in here. So we're gonna just throw in another $100 tomorrow and do some more study of this market behavior. So again, these videos are gonna be really intended to show the way that I'm actually watching the market before I deem the market to be in position for a profitable trade to be taken. It's the study of the market and its behavior that will lead you to be consistently profitable, and it's something that you have to do. So right now, the environment in the market overall, it has shifted. The market is moving differently. It's not that the market is doing something crazy or it's acting crazy, because you can say that about any given day as far as the way that the market moves. But we're more so studying the actual behavior of the market, the actual behavior of the price, and how we can avoid getting into any trades at all when the market is behaving in a way that is erratic and pretty much it doesn't have any structure. So we want to get into the habit of looking at the market each and every day, studying the actual behavior before we even think about taking a trade and just picking it up from there. Like I said, in some of these videos, it's possible that I may not even get into a trade for the day. I happen to take a trade today. That trade is just based on, as I mentioned, time and experience. It was not outside the framework of what I teach my students, but I did make, just little adjustments when I took that trade to get into the trade that is a little bit outside of the framework that I'm teaching my students. It's not different framework. It's just a different way of applying the same framework in the market. And it's something only time and experience really can do for you. This is exactly why I'm doing this now, because I want to show you what it actually takes. For someone to think that, oh, well, this guy is a good trader, he wins, he's consistently profitable, he wins all the time. The reason that I'm winning consistently and that it has been documented consistently without interruption, just constant wins. It takes a lot of work to actually sit at the charts, examine the markets. After you examine the markets, apply the framework that you're using with the market, and then ultimately put yourself in position to get into a profitable trade. And then on top of that, I'm recording. So I'm trying my best to capture the moment where I'm actually in the trade so that you can actually see what the market was doing at the time. That was the whole purpose of the one a day video series, to kind of show the way that the market will look in different circumstances where I'm in a trade. So it takes a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. And I think that there's more value that I'll be giving out through these videos versus you just seeing me take a one a day, trade all the time. Like I said, I will get back to the one a day challenge. That's something that's going to continue to go on, period. But I wanted to put it on pause for a moment just to give more emphasis on the actual study of market behavior, because it's the study of market behavior that will ultimately lead to consistent profitability in the market. And that's what our main concern is, to be consistently profitable in the market, period. All right, so we're going to leave it at that, and we'll pick this up again tomorrow. And I'm saying tomorrow, I'm hoping I don't come back on later today and mess around with this market. But I may do that. If I do, then I throw another, I throw $100 in there and do the same thing, rinse and repeat. And the purpose of me doing the $100 is to show you what $100 can do. When you got $100 in your account, you have to win your trades. There's no other option. You got to win. So it comes down to, okay, if I know I have to win, that means that I need to thoroughly study the market in order to position myself to win. We want the probability so high that we end up winning our trades. So that's my hope, that these videos will provide you with what that looks like. Excuse me. I want you guys to see what it looks like. But anyway, you guys want to get into training, just reach out to me on Facebook. Send me a friend request. Let me know. Um, by now, you should have the phone number 914-979-2317 to send me a text message. And, just connect with me. All right? Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. What $100 can do, study in market behavior. Episode 1. There we go. There it is. All right, I'll talk to y'all. Peace. Mark Fuller here, TeamAlliance. I'm back on these charts. I was actually trying to get away for a little while. I do have some time though. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another deposit. I'm gonna deposit $100. Last video, you guys saw me take one trade as I'm studying market behavior. Um, I'm trying to showcase what $100 can do in a live Forex, well, not Forex, NADEX account when you're just simply applying skill, market skill, observing the market, studying market behavior. These videos, it's my intention anyway to provide value so that you guys can see what it looks like when you are actually studying market behavior, which is what I'm doing. I'm actually looking at the market and trying my best to record what it looks like so that you can get an idea of what my thought process is before I actually take a trade. But you got to understand that by doing this, there are many times where I'm not trading at all. I'm not going to take a trade because the market is not positioning itself for a profitable trade to be taken, a profitable, high probability trade to be taken in the first place. If the market is exercising that type of behavior, I won't trade at all. So that's my thought process. So I'm just recording. Every day I'll come in here, start with $100, and we'll just do whatever we do for the day. And I'll just show what it looks like. So like I said in the last video, I put the 1-a-day challenge on pause for the time being. And I want to do this primarily for students to kind of get a better idea of my thought process as they're also applying the training in the market. So I know that this is going to help them. And those of you out there that are new to my videos, it will also help you to understand, what it really takes to trade full time, to trade professionally, and most importantly, to trade profitably on your own, not relying on, signals from someone else, not relying on a strategy that will work for a time and then it will stop working, just not relying on anything other than yourself. So that's what I want to hopefully provide you with, is a glimpse into what that looks like. All right, so let me put this on pause. I'm gonna make a deposit real quick, throw $100 in here, and we'll take a look and see what goes on. All right, hang on. All right, so here we go. There's the $100 deposit. Let me close this out. So we got $100 in here, and we're gonna get busy. I may be on here brief. I'll see what actually goes on. Like I said, really the intention of this is just to show what my thinking is, show what I'm actually looking at in the market and just taking it from there. I'm also going to, when I trade and when I'm in the study mode, I like to look at different types of approaches. I know traditionally, well, not even traditionally, but primarily the way that we trade is using what's referred to as in the money trading, where the market is already in position relative to a strike price. But I'm going to explore some things. I'm going to look at some at the money um, scenarios just to look. When you trade, you got to understand when you possess market skill, there's really nothing that you cannot do. It's more so an understanding of the market that will allow you to do certain things. So, we're going to just look at some things. And like I said, this is not for you guys to hold me to what I'm doing. This is just for you guys to kind of get a glimpse into my brain. All right. That's what this is intended for. This is much more valuable, in my opinion, than you just seeing me take, my trades for the day. I'm actually doing this to help you get an idea of what my thinking process is. And just documenting it by recording it on video. So we're going to take a look at some things. Let me pause this. I will come back on in a moment. Hang on. All right, I'm going to I'm in this at 50. I'm gonna put a limit in this to exit at 25. So we should get this momentarily. There it is. We out the trade. Out the trade. In and out. Again, like I said, I'm just watching market behavior, studying. So that was a quick $23 of profit right there. That just now was an actual at the money trade. In and out quickly. Again, just studying the market behavior. That's what goes on. Yeah. Huh?
This is going. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
But I guess that's not nothing for us to figure out.
Nah, it's just something that is what it is,
Yeah, this is what it is.
I'm on talking to my co-founder. All right, so I'm gonna put this on pause. I think I might just end the day right there. So that's actually what 23 and 24. So what $47 for the day. And I'm gonna take this out. Take out this 123. I'll put another $100 in tomorrow, and we'll start this over again. So again, studying market behavior, part 2. Hope you guys enjoy the content and appreciate, what's actually going on here. I'm trying my best to show you what it is that I do in my thought process when I'm studying the market. Very important stuff as you're learning and training. You got to understand market behavior. All right, Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, you guys take care. See you tomorrow.